South Texas Amateur Tour Podcast, The Power Hour, with your hosts, Travis Sokowski, Michael Emanuelian, Casey Graham, Jason Bird, and Brad Gilbert.
Hello, South Texas Amateur Tour golfers. My name is MD. If you're watching this, that means the time machine didn't work and I was not able to get back in time. I am stuck here in Tuesday, October 8th. In your world, it's October 9th. No. Pre-recorded show, guys. Very quick, very easy show. We want to highlight and talk about the playoffs. We got a lot of fun stuff coming up, and it's going to be one hell of a weekend as we kick off the playoffs. We've got a lot to talk about, not a lot of time to do it. So let us dive right in. I apologize. I'm going to be referencing some notes, things like that. So first of all, let's talk playoffs. Let's talk about the layout or the game plan for the playoffs. So here is our current calendar. Round one, top 100 players this Saturday, top 100 players who have been invited to play in the playoffs will be playing at Northern Hills on Saturday the 12th. After Saturday's round, we will cut down our player list from 100 to 72 players. We will then again play on Sunday. Tee times starting, I believe, at 9 o'clock, but we'll get first notice the players out this week, and obviously getting signed up for the playoffs. Today was the last day, or Wednesday, your time, Wednesday was the last day to do it. Then next weekend, we head to Brackenridge. Top 54 players who survived the first weekend will be at Brack. And from there, we are going to knock it down to the top 36 going into the Tour Championships on Sunday, October 20th. Super cool. We have an updated list of those point standings. So right now, going into the point standings, here is your top 20 players going in with points. Our current leaders: Dennis Danowski, 118 points. Brad Gilbert, 118 points. They are both tied right now. Mark Kacheski at 114 points. Sean Vidal at 113. Greg Graff, 112. Lazaro, Gonzalez, and MD tied at sixth at 105. Andre Ramirez with 104 points. And finally, Danny Puckett at 99. And Dustin Weldon at 96. So that rounds out the top 10. Just about everybody is confirmed to be playing. The point standings right now, everybody in red that you see on the list here has already made the South Texas Match Play Challenge team. So that being said, your top three players going into the playoffs who currently do not have a spot on the team: Mark Kacheski, Laz, MD, Andre Ramirez, Danny Puckett, Dustin Weldon are the players in your top 10 right now that are currently in the top 10 but do not have a spot on the team. So really cool. It's super exciting. We're going to be getting into the playoffs and the nitty-gritty of it. For those of you who don't know how the playoffs work or who haven't played in the playoffs before, again, it's a 4-day event. It's 4 separate tournaments. Each tournament is worth a specific amount of points. So day one, or this Saturday, the winner gets standard points, 100 points to the winner, and in that order going down from first to last. Sunday is going to be worth 1.5 times the points. So the winner can make upwards of 150 points. Then next Saturday, if you make it to next Saturday, the winner can make 200 points. And then finally, the final event, winners can make 250 points. So a lot of points up for grabs. No one is guaranteed a spot. One of the really cool things that we have always had in previous years is that we see people that have come in with 0 points into the playoffs, whether they get a special invite, whether they finished in top 50 and maybe were 50th place both times. Maybe we didn't have everybody confirm or say, hey, I'm going to be available to play, and it opens up spaces for other players to get invites. And they show up and they win. And when they win big, and those points add up, and those points allow them to make the team. Typically, we do see at least one person show up with minimal points and make the team, which is just so cool. So we kick off at Northern Hills this weekend. Northern Hills is going to play like Northern Hills does. The course is in fantastic condition right now. Maybe the best conditions on the trail next to Brackenridge Park, which we'll see them next weekend, which is super exciting. The tournament committee will be on site Friday morning, getting the tournament set up, getting tee markers out, getting all of the signs and all that stuff, and also prepping the greens, making sure that we mark day 1 and 2 greens. As far as what you can expect out there, I think it's going to be a challenging weekend. I think Northern Hills in general is a challenging golf course. It does seem to be one of the more challenging courses for the players. But we're in the playoffs, right? So everything that we do is around the idea that we want. Everything that we do is going to be with the assumption that you made it here into the playoffs. You are a competitive golfer. You are someone who wins. You are someone who wants to win. So we're going to make it a little tougher. And that's what to expect, because by the time we get to next Sunday and have our top 36 competing for those last few spots on the South Texas Match Play Challenge team, for the coveted Tour Championship title, all those things, the level of golf that you need to play is going to be at its all-time high, and you're going to need to come in with everything you got. And we know what BRAC is. BRAC can be made only so difficult. That's where Northern Hills comes in, and I think the first 2 days are going to be definitely challenging. We'll see some, pins that we know and kind of expect to see. I think we'll see some different pins, some unique pins. Tee boxes. Course is going to play longer. Course is going to play more challenging. But all things that I think are going to add up to a really, really strong competition. I think it's going to give us a great chance to bring out the best in the golfers competing. It's just super exciting to see. That being said, I think next week we'll dive more into some of our predictions. I know we'll have Brad, we'll have Bird, we'll have Travis on the show. I do want to look again at this top 20. I want to talk about some people that are in my predictions to finish strong in the season and wind up on the team. I'll be honest, it's such a strong list of players, and you can't really count anybody out. But I mean, I think, if I'm going to pick 5 players that I think have a really good chance to make the team, I think first and foremost, Mark Kacheski, obviously being at the top of the list of players that have not made the team yet. Mark has been playing really, really well, and more importantly, playing consistently. He's going into the playoffs, I think, with a lot of just good vibes and a lot of just in general good feelings about his game. And he's sneaky. I mean, he goes about his business very quiet, and that's really cool. I think Laz is always a name you have to expect in there. Maybe didn't have the best summer season, but he shows up when it counts. I think he's going to be definitely a big name to watch. This may be biased, but I'm going to pick Mike Dermanuelian. He's playing good golf. He's been nothing but consistent all year. So I got high hopes for that guy. I will say I think we're going to see Alex Certucci. I think Alex really got into the second half of the season and just was kicking ass. I mean, just second, I mean, he got into the summer and was just playing so good. I think he's so dangerous. And he can go low at Brack for sure. So, as long as I think he makes it, and I don't think he has a problem making it to next weekend, I think he's a name to watch. And then my final pick out of our top 20, I really, 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 really like Danny Puckett. Danny Puckett is just a vibes guy. Like, he just goes out, plays the game, has fun. He loves golf. Like, he loves golf. And he's playing well. He's practicing hard. He's in a good space mentally, and I think that just makes him very dangerous. So I have really high hopes for Danny Puckett. But I mean, if we're really, really being honest here, I think everybody in the top 20, I think everybody in the top 100 has a legitimate chance. But those are some people I'd like to see on the team. I'd love to see Alex make the team. I'd love to see Laz return, see Mark return. I'd love to be back on the team again. I think no matter what happens after the playoffs, I think we're going to have a really strong team. So really excited to see how all of that plays out. I mean, guys, it's playoff time. It is a time of year where this is what you worked for. This is what you've been working for all year long. What you have taken time to be away from your families, where you've put time in on the range, on the putting green, on the golf course. You've shown up to every tournament and competed hard. You've won tournaments. You've lost tournaments. You have dedicated a sizable portion of your life and time to the trail division and to the tour, and this is where it all comes down. This is where it all kind of is leading to, and it kicks off at Northern Hills. So guys, we are really, really excited to get you guys out to Northern Hills. Of course, it's going to be in great condition. Nothing but high expectations there, and I think we're going to have a really, really cool Saturday, Sunday at Northern. It is a golf course that ultimately brings out plenty of challenges, but it's also one of those golf courses where down the stretch, that back nine, those last 3, 4, 5 holes, anything can happen. No one's lead is ever safe. We say this at every major event, whether it's the Open, the Masters, playoffs, what have you. You cannot win the tournament on day one, but you can certainly lose it. Come out this weekend swinging freely. Trust yourself, trust your game. I can tell you that myself, I'm putting in a lot of time at the range and really getting ready to go, and super excited to get out there and see everybody. So that being said, guys, thank you so much. We cannot wait to see you this weekend at Northern Hills. Get some practice in, get some rest in. We will see you guys bright and early Saturday morning at Northern Hills. Be on the lookout for first notice to players, probably towards Thursday, and second notice to players on Friday. If you have any questions, if you guys are wanting to get signed up, if you haven't gotten signed up yet, now is the time. We may have a few spots left. Shoot an email to info@stxamtour.golf. We will make sure that we get you guys loaded. Take advantage of Straka. Guys, Straka, if you want a little bit of an advantage reading greens, kind of maybe being a little bit more strategic about working your way around the golf course, use promo code STXAmTour for 20% off your Straka line yardage and green guides. I know I just got my new one in. Super excited to get out there, and looking forward to seeing everybody. Guys, it's playoff time. It's the best time of year next to South Texas Match Play. Excited, ready to go, and we will see you guys on Saturday. Best of luck to everybody in the playoffs. We look forward to seeing everybody next week on the podcast as we're coming down to our final 2 days. We'll make some fun predictions. It'll be a fun show, and looking forward to seeing everybody play well. Guys, thank you so much. From Tuesday, MD signing off, hoping you have a wonderful Wednesday night. Good night, guys.